So this episode is episode 17 of Accel World. Just a few things I definitely want to talk about, and I will talk about the ending, but I don't mean to spoil. But if you guys don't want me spoiling you, basically in regard to this episode, don't watch the video, or you can just watch another video of mine or watch somebody else's and stuff like that. I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying you should, but I'm just giving you guys the options, or you may want to continue or not. So I figured I just want to let you guys know in advance of ahead with this what's the name, Accelerate World episode 17. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with this review. Okay, so Haru has his new wings. I would say mechanical, some kind of mechanical new wings that he has and stuff like that. Even though the one thing I really want to say is this: I think Haru, not as a character, that I would think that he's lacking or anything like that. But he does not know how to use the full power of the jetpack that he has, that he got from that girl who used to be actually still the master of Bone Daddy. I'm going to call him Bone Daddy, but even though he's one of my favorites, especially the language in the anime, stuff like that, and stuff like that's just how he is, and stuff like that. And even with him and Haru used to do it like a long time ago, because back in a couple episodes where Haru lost all his ability to duel, even though the guy wanted to help Haru out, which I think was really awesome and stuff like that, because I see that Haru and him has a pretty good rivalry or something like that. But even though they call themselves friends, it's basically out of respect and stuff like that. And basically just with his master teaching Haru how to use the jetpack. Haru has to learn. Haru has to learn is that by given a gift that is give to you, okay, you think you're going to be OP just like the start of that. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like I know that I use this term quite often. You may just think that you're unstoppable. Okay, you may think that you are. You may think you have the right stuff, the right gear, the right all that different stuff like that, and you think, yeah, I'm invincible. I'm gonna be very powerful, but it's not really. It's not the case. Just like as for the instance, like when Peter Parker's uncle told Peter Parker, great power comes with great responsibility, and that's a true statement, and it really actually is, and that's just basically what it basically feels to me and stuff like that, because I mean, having the power, yes, it may seem like it's a gift, but that what you use that power, it comes at a great responsibility. It could be used as for a turn trying to save somebody. It can use it as for a turn by trying to get revenge or anything like that. But even though sacrifice yourself or trying to get revenge, sacrifice yourself means that you're loyal. You're being loyal to somebody who you really like and who you really look up as your friend, your wife, or whoever it maybe is, stuff like that. And revenge is basically it's basically because it's not going to solve nothing, because it's not, because revenge is not the right path to really go down. We've seen this basically in movies, animes, sitcom shows, other different things, especially anime or games and stuff like that. We've seen it all and stuff like that. It's, sometimes some people may think revenge is the right answer, but I don't believe that revenge is not the right answer, which is really it's not, which is basically what it's not. I understand that Harold may seem like he's very frustrated because he cannot beat Newman or Norman or whatever you want to call him, Norman, because I mean, like, look at Norman. Norman has all kind of incredible abilities that he has, and he also has these abilities that where he can take their opponent's abilities away, and he can use that to defeat their opponents, to defeat their opponent. Now, some people may think like, oh yeah, maybe he's cheating. Maybe he is cheating. Maybe he really actually is. He doesn't consider himself as, he doesn't consider himself as an old veteran, like with Burst when Burst League came out and stuff like that. I wouldn't say like the Burst Lake game. I wouldn't say the Burst Lake game is basically kind of life death situation, but it just kind of feels like it's a game that once you get defeated, you won't remember. You won't remember. I'm not saying you won't remember your life or anything like that. The point I would definitely say is that you won't remember like what happened back into the game. Now I cannot wait to get to the last episode, because that's something I definitely do want to talk about. talk about also well too, because I know that seems to be very far. And this is just me just talking just hypothetical because I don't think Norman is finished. I don't think he really actually is. There's something tells me is that something tells me is that he may act like he doesn't know what's going on, but to me there's something there. It's just not right. I feel like that scene that as Norman basically he may pretend saying like yeah I don't know what's going on or anything like that, or he's just playing a joke or something like that or something. I don't think he's not finished. I don't think he's not finished. I just don't think he really is not. Even though I have not seen the movie, which I have to see for myself because that really tells a lot of that really tells some of the difference basically maybe going with Norman or not. I don't know because I really don't know. I also want to talk about this in a separate video, but I want to talk about this also well too because I was gonna make a separate video on this, but even though since I'm here, I'm just gonna have to talk about it anyways. Because one thing I'm very frustrated with Ricky Kawahara, I respect the man. The anime's really good, and basically the light novels that he writes and stuff like that for this anime. But he has not been doing any major focus, based to get, just basically a season two. I've always wanted a Accel World season two. Okay, I just don't think that the movie is just like I said. I have not seen the second movie. I have not second the movie that came out like a few years ago. I have not got a chance to see it, and because after when I get done with the same, I'm definitely gonna watch the movie. I'm not gonna do live action. Me just watch the movie because that's really a whole lot for me for my computer and stuff like that. So that because I'm not gonna test on that limit and stuff like that. But the point I want to make here is that I really wish that Ricky Karahara just put aside SEO aside. I understand that's his bread and butter. I do understand, especially a new series is that he's doing, which is going to become an anime sometime very, very soon. I'm hoping it will because I'm very interested in stuff like that, or maybe it is going to become an anime. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But it's just that I just feel like that people are just basically just like wanting the same thing as I am. I just don't know why Soul Online is very very important than to Accelerate World. That's just basically it feels to me because I mean Accel it's a very popular anime. It's a very popular book. Books also small too, and there's just so much stuff out there. So much stuff out there that could be analyzed just for a season two instead of just a movie. That's just what I think. And stuff. I don't hate the man. I don't. I just kind of question because if I were to see him at the Comic Con, I would just basically just ask him. So like I'll be just saying like I may be disrespectful, which I'm not, but I basically would just tell the man I just like can you please continue on with the anime, please? I mean not continue with the anime, continue with the light novels because we're so desperate in knowing about what's going to happen. I really do believe maybe sometime in the future we may get a season two, but I don't know. I'm a wishful thinker. I really do want a season two really bad. I really do. And I really want to see Accel make a huge comeback. And just based on the movie, I have not really heard really much about the movie. I have to see what other people have to say and just basically just to understand. But even though I definitely do think that Accel just deserves a lot of attention and stuff like that, and stuff, basically to me, So yeah. Now I want to get back on track. I want to get back on track and talk about Haru because the thing about Haru is that Haru may seem like he's like, oh yeah, he used to be a wimp, he used to be a crybaby and stuff like that. Yes, he used to be those sort of things and stuff like that. But even though Haru as a character is basically he's not like fighting for revenge or anything like that, but he's fighting to avenge himself, but not only himself to fight to avenge Taco also as well too, because you could just tell like I don't think Taco was not mad at Haru, but I think Haru was just basically like looking at Taco's going, okay, Taco's probably mad at me. What did I do? Or something like that. Or maybe he must have knew that his wins got taken away. But also something else that Haru may seem like Haru may seem like he's defeated, but he's not. But even with Norman on the other side, with all these crazy abilities that he really has, he can exchange abilities that he has that can make himself far much stronger. even though with this new weapon that he has or something like that, and where he can create like fire lava or something like that, that's pretty powerful. That's really it's very, very powerful because if somebody were laying in that, they will lose all their point. They will lose all their points just like that. I mean, it's just something. Yeah, Norman is just basically just doing it. It's some people will probably say, okay, well, maybe he's cheating. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. Or maybe there's no rules or say like, yeah, he can't do that. He can't steal all these abilities or anything like that. But the one person I really do think who can defeat Norman the most, I don't think it's not. I don't think it's not Haru Senpai, the girl. I can't remember her name. Not the girl with the Bone Daddy guy or something like that. I'm not saying him, but the point I just make is that I don't think. Yeah, she can defeat him because she's a much higher level. She's much higher level than him. But I will say Haru is the perfect person to really beat this guy. But it still goes back to me saying like to be honest with you, I just don't think he's not finished yet. I just don't think he's really is not. I think he's just basically just calling some of his time or something like that, or maybe he's going to end up playing the game again, or maybe his memories has not been erased or something like that. And that's just basically what I think. Now there may be a very good possibility. Could he be on her side? I don't think so. I really don't think so. But like I said, I just don't think that he's not done for yet. I just don't think he really actually is. That's just my opinion. So that's just basically what I think. Or there must be some others that we may not even know who could be far more stronger than Norman really actually is. That's just what I feel. Now here comes the spoiler for the end of this episode. If you guys don't want to hear me saying this, then I'm sorry. Just turn off the video or watch another video. I'm not trying to be rude or something like that, but if you guys don't want to hear the spoil, then I'm sorry. Okay, so one thing I really want to say is I think it was Haru's best friend. One of his best friends is the girl, the short girl with the short hair and stuff. That used to be that's Taco's girlfriend and stuff like that. And somehow, for some reason, why is that she ends up being on normal side. But the question is why she's on normal side because I can't remember because this is just basically one of his tactics. Not saying Haru or any of the others. I'm talking about with Norman basically just basically what he sees and stuff like that here and stuff like that because the way I see it from this kind of perspective, because Haru was kind of like wondering like, why would you do this to me? Why would you betray me? Like from this guy right here. I don't think Haru really doesn't even understand. Maybe that she has been playing this game probably a lot more longer than some people may think that she really was, or something like that, or something. Because even though that she's a healer, that's also basically really as she is. I don't think she ever really has been in any battles or stuff like that because I mean, the one thing I do understand, she noticed that what she sees right there, what's going on and stuff. The one thing I really would say is that because if I were in this position, I would say like, why are you doing this? Why this is happening? Why would you betray me like this and stuff like that? I would be asking the same questions as well too because that's my friend. That's what basically what really actually is. Because is it her fault because that she found herself in this position? No, I don't think so. Or maybe she's just being manipulated. That's what I think because I think Norman is basically just being manipulated person that he's trying to get rid of Haru because Haru basically like, oh yeah, he's special, so why makes him and stuff like that. But so yeah. After I get done with this video, I need to get something to eat because I'm really hungry and stuff like that. But I forget. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, so that's overall my thoughts for this video. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I'm really curious about what you guys have to say about this, and I'm very curious. I'm serious. I'm very very curious about what you guys have to say. But yeah, so yeah. Anyway, so that's the end for the like I said for this video. Tell me what you guys think. I'm gonna get something to eat. But yeah. Anyway, so next. Anyways, I'll see you guys there. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up. And please hit the notification button also to let me know you guys watching one of the videos. And please leave a comment below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember, just love you. I love you guys. Please safe. And remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care.